Hi, I'm Dr. Connie Stapleton, your friendly, fair, and firm psychologist. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes talking with you today about dealing yourself a winning hand using the 4 ACEs. When it comes to losing weight and maintaining that healthy weight, most programs focus only on the behavioral aspects of weight loss and weight maintenance. However, as this program makes clear, there are also a number of emotional issues to focus on throughout the process of learning to live at a healthy weight for a lifetime. Both the behavioral and the emotional aspects related to living at a healthy weight are necessary in order to keep that weight off for a lifetime. There are, of course, some specific behaviors that we know are required in order to lose the weight and to keep it off. And I refer to these as the gotta do-ums. Why? Because if you're going to lose weight and keep it off, then you've simply gotta do them. These behaviors, which are widely recognized in the weight loss literature, include making healthy food choices, using portion control, exercising regularly, drinking plenty of water, getting enough sleep, eating breakfast, planning your meals, and following that food plan. Keep a food diary and an exercise diary, and utilize a healthy support system. I also encourage getting individual or group therapy. The more of these specific behaviors that you engage in every single day, the greater chances are your likelihood of keeping that weight off. So it's your choice. Do keep that in mind. You choose how much effort you're willing to put into these behaviors, and those choices that you make are directly linked to the efforts and the results that you'll get. In addition to the gotta do-ums, or those behaviors you need to do in order to lose the weight and keep it off, there are similarly some specific emotional aspects that research tells us will help in maintaining a healthy weight. These emotional predictors for successful weight maintenance include having an internal motivation to lose weight, having social support, developing coping strategies, having the ability to handle life stress, having self-efficacy or the belief that you can do it, being autonomous. You're going to do it whether anybody does it with you or not. Assuming responsibility for yourself in life, and overall psychological strength and flexibility. So poker players know that having 4 aces in your hand is a winning hand. You want to set yourself up to win when it comes to getting your excess weight off and keeping it off. I've created 4 aces for you to use and help set yourself up for successful weight loss and maintenance. 4 words that begin with A, 1 with C, 1 with E, and 1 with S. 4 ACEs. The 4 ACEs are awareness, acceptance, accountability, attitude, commitment, effort, and self, having some affirmations. Awareness is always the first step in change. As you become more aware of the things necessary for successful weight loss and maintenance, both behaviorally and emotionally, you can then put your effort into doing those things. You've recently become aware of the things that research tells us work when losing weight, both behaviorally and emotionally. So now that you're aware of these things, you can put the effort into doing and developing these things. Make them lifelong habits. As you become aware of the ways that maybe you self-sabotage and aware of the excuses you make, oh yes you do, you can put more effort into avoiding those unhealthy behaviors. As you become more aware of healthy coping skills that you can use maybe in place of emotional eating, then you can cut out some of that unhealthy behavior pattern. Awareness of all the things you're doing well that are bringing you success also reinforces that you'll keep doing those things. Awareness, the first step of change. Acceptance. Acceptance is critical when it comes to weight loss and keeping that weight off. There are some things you're just going to have to accept, whether or not you like them. Sort of like, accepting that we actually have to go to work and do our job if we want to get a paycheck. So if you truly want to lose weight, and if you're serious about keeping that weight off, here are some things you might have to accept. You need to eat healthy foods, and you need to use healthy portion sizes the vast majority of the time. You need to accept that exercise in some form or fashion has to be part of your life. You have to accept that you're going to need to set some healthy boundaries for yourself in order to maintain those healthy exercise and eating habits. You also have to accept that you cannot, eat whatever you want, whenever you want it, and live at a healthy weight. Accountability. We've talked about accountability. You've got to have those monitoring methods that are proven to help in this process, in place and in action. So keeping those food logs and keeping those exercise logs are truly two of the most valuable tools to getting the weight off. So if you're unsuccessful at doing things without external assistance, then you need to get whatever help you need to so that you can follow through with using these two critical tools. Now, you see how this works? Let's put some of this together. You're now aware that keeping food and exercise logs are two of the most powerful tools you can use in this journey. You may need to accept this. Take the awareness, now you need to accept this and accept that you might need help in order to follow through with doing these things. Therefore, in order to increase your accountability, you might need to schedule regular appointments with your dietitian or your personal trainer. The fourth A is attitude. You'll make this process a whole lot easier, not only on yourself, but everybody else in your vicinity, if you choose to engage in this process in all of life, really, with a pleasant attitude about the whole thing. Accept that you are choosing to engage in healthy living, which includes having an optimistic outlook. No one, including you, likes to be around grumpy, whiny complainers. If you catch yourself or become aware that you're grumbling about having to exercise, remind yourself that taking care of your body is a choice you are making, and choose then to change your thinking and talking about it to a positive way. Your attitude, after all, determines your altitude, as they say, which means, in other words, that you're only going to be as successful as you make up your mind to be. Think positive and you will feel more positive, and you're therefore going to behave in more positive ways. Trust me, this is true. Commitment. It's a really good idea to have a written statement indicating what your commitment to living a healthy lifestyle is about. Keep it somewhere where you can refer to it throughout the day. Hello, smartphone. Read this several times as a mantra to help keep your commitment at the top of your mind. The S in the 4 ACEs, like in the AIMS acronym, stands for self. As you heard at the beginning of this video, there are a number of emotional predictors that help with staying the course to live at a healthy weight. I'm going to continue to stress the importance of emotional health and the development of a healthy relationship with yourself. I'm going to remind you once again what those emotional predictors for successful weight maintenance are. So if you struggle in some of these areas, which most of us do, please take the time and put forth that effort to get some help so you can increase your belief in yourself overall and know that you are good enough. So those emotional predictors again for successful weight maintenance include having the internal motivation to keep on keeping on, but having social support as well to help us to keep on. Developing those healthy coping skills and using them because you need to be able to handle life stress. We have to have self-efficacy, which really means I believe that I can do this. We have to have autonomy and follow through, even if we're doing it alone, right? We have to assume responsibility for ourselves and increase our overall psychological strength and stability. So your sense of self will be a driving force in your willingness and ability to follow through with these healthy behaviors in all areas of your life. People who like themselves treat themselves like they matter. That includes what goes into your mouth and how much exercise you do. You are worth it. Thanks for listening in. Until next time, I'm Dr. Connie Stapleton. Keep in mind, your health, your responsibility, this day, every day.